Good evening. Hello. So I'm a few minutes late. Who've got Sue and Hazel and Paul and Barry. Hazel says, "Come on, Emma, we're waiting." Sorry, keeping you hanging. Looks like YouTube's arrived before Facebook, so I think I'll be live over there in a minute. So welcome wherever you are. If you're here live or on the replay, then welcome. It's October already. Oh my goodness, how did we get to October? I know, Bianca, they fell out. I went to the hairdressers on Friday? No, Saturday. Yesterday afternoon. Goodness me. Yesterday afternoon, and she said, "Oh, am I drying it for you?" And I was like, "Yeah, if you like." So she always dries and straightens it. So as soon as I wash my hair, the curls will be back. So I can never be bothered to straighten it. I used to straighten it all the time. I used to blow dry it and straighten it all the time, and I gave up years ago straightening my hair and embraced my curls. But as she was blow drying it for me, I was like, yeah, whatever, fill your boots. If you want to blow dry it straight, then that is fine, you carry on. Yeah, really different, isn't it? And it kind of comes like quite close to my face, so yeah, it's a bit flat. I like the volume of the curls. So anyway, you've not come to hear about my hair stories, you've come to see me craft. So I hope you are all well. What have we got going on? Loads going on at the minute. Loads. There is a starter kit offer in October. So you can spend £199 and get £160 of stuff in your starter kit. So an extra £61 of freebies. What is not to love about that? And you get your free postage and packing for that coming out to you as well. So £99 spend and you get £160. And then once you've joined, then whilst you're active, you get 20% discount on your orders, and then you get sneak peeks and early product. So this month, as demonstrators, we have access to the online exclusives that will be live in November. So we can pre-order this month and then they'll go live in November. So mine were due to arrive on Friday, but my package was delayed slightly. So that's arriving with me on Monday. So new goodies coming on Monday. We have 30% up to 30% off kits from the beginning of the month to the end of the month. And there's going to be a stamp sale for 3 days. So from tonight at 11 o'clock UK time. So the 7th, 8th and 9th, we have got a stamp set sale, which is all annual catalogue stamp sets, just not including the bundles. So you would get the sale price, and if you wanted to add kits at a reduced price, stamp sets at a reduced price, they can all go into your starter kit. Plus the online exclusive pre-orders can go into your starter kit as well. So you can make up your £99 spend or £160 product from all of that. Will it include the watercolour set? No, Hazel. I think that one, I've yet to catch up on the back end of the World Card Making Day video. I'm thinking that one's going to be in November. So I haven't seen that kit yet. So I think it will come November. But lots of goodies. I'm hearing lovely things about that watercolour set. I need to, that's my homework when I finish on here, to go and have a look, because that sounds like it's right up my street. Right, I have picked out the winterly treetops, so birds, and I cleared my desk and I was a little bit prepared. Check me out. I heat embossed. This never happens. It's a straight hair, isn't it? It's a straight hair. Something's come over me. I'm all organised. Hayden says I want it desperately. Does it look good? Does it look good? Oh, I'm excited. I am excited. Right, I don't want to start my QuickTime player. Let's not do that. I want to change my video. Let's do that. Ugh. Right, so I've got some light camera action. Straight here, I'm changing my habits only for this week, Stacey. 1 week only. Right, let's grab my watercolour brush. I've even got my water ready. Who am I? Who even am I? What is going on? What is going on? Ink on my fingers. I've got red ink on my fingers. Excuse that. But look, I've even got my water ready. Hey Kim. Hey Mandy. Welcome. If Facebook's playing up for you, Sue, you might be better over on YouTube if it's causing you a little bit of a blip. I was watching. Who was I watching? I don't know. It might have been Gillian's that I was watching. I was watching a Facebook Live the other day and it froze on me. But it was definitely my end. There we go. Right. Get the camera for you. Evening, Linda. Okay, so I'm going Christmas with these birds. We're going full on Christmas, which means to me, I'm just going to keep it with the reds and the greens. So get that out the way of the light so it's not shining. So I've gone real red and brush. So we will, am I close enough for you? Do you want me to zoom in a little? Shall I zoom in? Is that better? So I have pre-prepared this. So I stamped the birds in Versamark ink. I used my embossing buddy on the watercolour paper. Stamped in Versamark and heat embossed with black. So the outline not only is then a bright black, lovely and vibrant, but it helps keep in the lines as well. Jen, you'll have to let us know, right, at the end when I sign off. I'll wait for you. I would like a penguin count, please. She says, I'm going to fussy cut penguins while I watch you watercolour. So we're on penguin count. How many penguins can Jen cut out while I watercolour and create some cards? We don't want any accidents. Don't go too fast. It's definitely a good thing, isn't it, when you've got some paper that you cut the pressure. It'll be fine. I've got to the end too. It's good if you can fussy cut your paper while you're multitasking, catching up on a TV program, watching a Facebook Live, things like that. It's good to multitask, isn't it? Or if you're going somewhere, put some paper in your bag. If you're going on the train or something like that, you can chop up the paper into bits, can't you? And then do the fussy cutting on your travels. That's the whole life, as long as you want to cut for. I was thinking like the whole life. Yeah. Otherwise, it might just be 2 penguins. You might get through a whole page of them by the time I finish my live. Right, I'm doing all the colours at once. So this is a good way to make multiples of Christmas cards, is what I was trying to say. which is to do all the same colour at once. So this is crumb cake. On the branches. And if you struggle with using the tip of the brush on this, you might want to, the brushes come in 3, don't they? They come in a pack of 3. So you get the thick brush, the medium brush, and the thin brush. The thin brush is really good for the like the thinner branches and things. Give it, Jen. She's on it, isn't it? Evening, Alison. You all right? Good, I hope. Right. Branch on this one. I'm not going to worry about the feet. I'm just going to paint through the feet there. And then we'll do some real red. I've got a spare set at my fingertips. I know. Oh, Melissa. Oh, joining late. Hurricane prep again. That's not good. That is rough going. Yeah. All right, let's add some red. Birdies. I know they're not robins, but I'm going red breast. So it's relentless. Sylvia's joining from her camper van, but it's rainy. Yeah. It's been a bit blustery here today, but nothing really to speak of. I can't really, nothing as problematic as you guys have been dealing with. Some meals. Right, crumb cake around the head. Go. That will dry. You see. Quite pleased with that. Oh, thanks, Melissa. As I say, I used to blow dry my hair straight all the time, and I don't know when I got out of the habit, really. I think when I was getting up super early for work, I just couldn't blow dry it to make the noise in the house, so I would leave it and let it dry naturally. So kind of around that time I started just leaving it to brace the curls, and there's so much, like, for those curly girls, there's loads more products and stuff now that makes it easier to control the curls. Right, I've got some paper towel. Just gonna dab some of that colour off a little bit. Gone probably too much off. There we go. So I think I'll just do like a yellowy beak or a dark beak. Yellow beak, maybe. Here we go, crushed curry. How's How's everyone getting on with their Christmas cards? For those that are making, I need to have a count up of mine. I need to have a look through all the ones I've made from classes and see how many have I got already and how many do I still need to make. That's the first job. And then I can figure out what I've still got to make. And then, to be honest, what I tend to do is I then look through the cards I've made for classes or for things that I've made, and I think, oh, I like that one, so I might make 5 more of that particular one, or pick out ones that I like, or that look, you know, easy to batch make a few more of. So it's generally how I approach my Christmas card making. I just start with classes and then work out from there. Mandy says I've made a lot of Christmas cards. I like making Christmas cards. They're I do enjoy making the Christmas cards. Getting all the sparkle, all the shimmery paste and the glitter and all of that on them. Love it. Crumb cake. And then the red. I was really hoping to have popped on yesterday, seeing as it was World Card Making Day, but I just couldn't manage it. I couldn't manage 2 lives over the one weekend. It's being a little bit busy. And I had classes at home this week, which was lovely. Always enjoy those. So I have once a month, I have a Thursday and a Friday class at my home. And it's nice to do an in-person class. Paul says, I'll come back to Mandy's comment in a minute, but Hazel, what is this watercolour set you speak of? If you watch the, I need to go back and watch the replay, Paul, but if you watch the World Card Making Day video, towards the end they showed a kit, a watercolour kit, apparently. Looks very nice. So a bit of a sneaky peek. Yes, so next week's card class, Sue says looking forward to next week's card class, is the sled. So sophisticated sled. So if you're somewhere else in the world, kits have now closed, or wherever you are in the world, UK or otherwise, kits have now closed. But if you've got the sled and you're looking for inspiration, we're using last year's DSP. I'm going to sneeze. I think it's gone away now. We're using last year's DSP, which was the Winterly. Someone's going to help me out with the name. Winterly something. Winter. The name's going to come to me. Winter Meadow papers. So you can imagine the kind of colour. So peacock and Lost Lagoon and those kind of colours is the class. So if you've got that paper, if you don't have that paper, you can bring in some alternatives. But it's just a single class, and it's on Saturday evening next week. But I'm telling you, it is jam-packed full of projects. So just 3 on the live class, but there are some bonus projects in there. Not just 1 or 2. There are a number of bonus projects in there. So if you thought about trying one of my classes and you're not sure, then this would be a class to have a go, because there is lots of projects in there for you. My classes are always full of projects, but this one in particular has a lot. So you get lots of ideas. So on the Saturday, we're live on Zoom, and that is streamed into an exclusive Facebook group. And so you can watch it live or you can watch it on the replay. So if you look at the class and think, well, that would be a funny time of day for me, or I'm busy, you can always catch it on the replay because it's streamed. As soon as I'm finished with the live, it's available for you to watch. Joannis is looking forward. I am looking forward to the online retreat too. Very much so. It is an online retreat in my house. The retreat has arrived. Very much. It has arrived in my house. So there's a lot of retreat stuff going on at the moment. That is in person on Saturday the 19th. And then after the half-term break, the 8th and 9th, the online retreat will take place. So again, online retreat is still open, but kits have now closed. If you ever want to see what classes or anything like that I've got coming up, if you just go to coastalcrafter.com/classes, it will take you. But on my website, there's a big button that says classes. So if you go to coastalcrafter.com and click on the classes button, then they're all the ones that are available are on my website. Right, I'm bringing in Garden Green Classic. This is very thin leaves, so I won't worry about staying in the lines too much. And we can leave a little bit of white. I've got the green on there. And I did a couple of these. I'm not sure if I'm going to use both of them, but I'll colour all the bits and bobs, and then we can cut them out. We've got them ready. Take care, Hazel. You've got an early alarm tomorrow. 5:30 start. Have a good day tomorrow, and I will catch you soon. Okay. Watercolouring can be a bit quicker than colouring with blends as well. Mandy said we'll be interested in the sled class but won't make it live next Saturday. I'm busy with family. That'd be lovely. It's yeah, as I say, there's lots of projects. I was saying during when we were using Garden Green in the class, I've always quite liked Garden Green, but I have used it a lot more, and I think it's just because it's appearing in a lot more of the papers. But I love that it's like a true green. When I first started many years ago, Old Olive was the kind of go-to green for Christmas, and I don't use that quite so much. Okay, we will put a little heat. Just to make sure they're dry. Need to find my dyes, and then we can put them. Picture quality okay tonight. I've realised that I'm on my wrong Wi-Fi. I'm on the one that isn't quite so good for lives. I daren't switch over while I'm actually live because I'll lose you. So, right. Nest of Winter. This one, we've got dyes for the birdies, dyes for the branches, dyes for those birdies. And this will all fit in the mini cut and emboss machine. Let me just put that out of the way. And so I've said this so many times, but if you have problems with your mini cut and emboss machine and it just is a bit stiff to go through, the suggested base plate is number 1. That is the kind of the typical base plate. I use number 3. It is marginally thinner. This one is designed for using with standard embossing folders, so thin embossing folders, but it works perfectly as your cutting base plate. And I find that since I swapped over to using that quite some time ago, I use the grey one. I don't have any problems putting my dyes through, and I don't have to do any funny kind of jiggling around with the plates. It just goes through. So that's one. Let's do this one. This dye, for those who know fussy cutting, penguin count at the end of watercolouring. We're at 16 penguins. I love that. These dyes cut in the middle, so as much as I love fussy cutting, these dyes give you the inside parts to the birds. You've got your personal cheerleader internet. I love that. Morning, Kayla. I know, it's funny. Do you know, I was looking through my lives for something, and quite a few weeks ago now, and I stumbled across one from 2020. It kind of, I don't know why it popped up, and I almost didn't recognize myself because my hair was like really long, like really like below camera length long and dark, like my natural dark, and kind of curly but like long curly. So different. And then like obviously with my hair up it looks different. So I found like a couple of 6 lives where my hair looks completely different. I'll maybe have to post it because I think when I go to the hairdressers that my hair doesn't really change. And then I looked back through and I thought, oh, actually, so different. Some dark, some straight, some curly. Funny. Morning, evening. You're better for me now. Oh, yes. So you've hit daylight savings. So even better when we hit daylight savings, because then it brings you an hour earlier again, I think. So like it, because when we both change, we go 2 hours apart, don't we? And then when we change, we come closer back 2 hours together. So I know, like, I've spoken at classes to Andrea about this, and the timing is much better through our winter. Too funny, for a while there I had very bright red hair, and I think people still expect that. I know, right? Funny, isn't it? So why's your hair changed? Right, one more of this, and then we will get some backgrounds created. So I was going to do a little bit of blending, and I was going to go with dark coloured cardstocks tonight. This bundle is lush. Jill, you are quite correct. Gorgeous, huh? It is. Sue says for something special are all those penguins. No, nothing. Jen's not been enlightened into any trade secrets. I think she's just busy cutting her paper for her Christmas cards. Okay, right, we've got our birdies. We've got them all watercoloured. Don't they look so pretty? So pretty. So we've got watercoloured in crumb cake and real red I went for. And then these are garden green. So let me grab some green paper. And so I thought green. Photo blue. Parade. I wonder if I could go lighter green. Old olive, maybe. Okay. I'm going to swap out and go old olive, right? So I've got 3 colours. I'm going to do the 3, not on the same card. I'm making 3 cards at once here. So I'm going to go old olive. So this is Poppy Parade. And that is Misty, not Boho, isn't it? I'm going to go lighter. So Boho blue. And it says popping in late. Oh, so pretty. Nice watercolour. It's so fun to watercolour these birds. They're just like lovely to do. So blues, reds, and green. So should we start with the green first, I think? Yeah, let's do green first. And then garden and Chris says, oh, thank you. It is good to change it up sometimes, isn't it? Nice for a change. As I say, I'll wash my hair tomorrow morning and it'll be back to curly. So this is garden green on old olive. I might need to pull in the garden green. It might be too light, but we'll see. Janine says, sorry you're late. Don't worry about being late. You can catch me any time. going to build up. So this is garden green on old olive cardstock. It's going to give my arm a workout because I've got you onto watercolouring everything at the minute. I know, I love it. I'm just like, I love my blends, but for certain images. But I love watercolouring. Love it. Oh, comes the rain. Okay, so that's olive with garden green. And this is Mossy Meadow, so much darker. And where I've not put ink in the middle, that's a good place to put your hand, so that you don't get ink all over your fingers. You can just keep building up the ink. I might have over what's it did. I'm having a workout with the red and the blue as well. Might be a bit of a stretch too far. We'll see. Over, I can't think what the word is. My mind goes blank at this time of night on a Sunday. But hey Lucia. Joshua is loving his chocolate, by the way. He is a fan. So Lucia was over and kindly gifted some yummy chocolates to my son, and he's been steadily working his way through them. Oh, Chris, I've been too scared to watercolour as I'm not that steady, but loved it. I think that's the beauty of watercolour, right? You can just not be steady and actually throw it on a little bit loose. Yeah, if I was eating, you'd say my eyes are always bigger than my stomach when I'm eating. I should never go shopping hungry either. Then I do get carried away. Don't we all? I don't really have a light red blend. Okay. So this is Poppy Parade cardstock. So let me put that there. And I'm going to come in with Real Red. Around the edges. And do you know, if you're also just in answer to Chris's colour question about watercolouring, like if you want to have a go, I would say as well, heat embossing in the black will really help because it gives you a bit more of a guideline. So it will help you if you feel like you want to stay in the lines and go loose and crazy, as I often sometimes find myself doing. But if you want to stay within the lines, then heat embossing can be a really good, either gold or black. It can give you a bit more of a focus. I lived through your watercolour demo. Yeah. Give it a go. Be brave. What's the worst that can happen? You can throw a bit of cardstock in the bin. It's yeah, give it a go. All right. Cherry cobbler. I'm going to use the same blending brush because I don't seem to have a light red and a dark red brush. But we're only 9:10. It's all good. So you could spend a lot more time kind of building up the colour and things like that on these. I'm going at a fair pace to try and get the colour on here quite quickly for you all. Oh, have you just arrived in Glasgow? Nice. It's a bit chillier up there. Okay. As I say, for anyone just joining partway through or just this is Poppy Parade cardstock. I've done some real red around the edges, and then I've also just done cherry cobbler for the darker red. To any of these, if you want to make the edges really dark, you could add a little bit of pimento black around the edges, and that would really kind of darken them up. Now for the blue, and we've got Misty Moonlight, and we could go just probably straight in with the Night of Navy. But this is Misty Moonlight. Do you know what? I'm just going to go straight in with the navy on this one, because the navy will drown out the Misty Moonlight anyway. This is Boho Blue. And then we're going to come in with a navy. I love how the ink goes so smooth over our cardstock. It really does smooth out. I tell you what, if I wasn't feeling warm, I am now. This is the bit I should have prepared. I should have just heat embossed the birds as we were doing it, but maybe I should have prepared these backgrounds. Gonna go Misty. A new blender workout. I know I need to figure out how I can blend with my right arm, Jackie, because I only ever do it with my left, and my shoulder on my left arm goes. I'm just gonna put some across the middle, just because the boho is quite a contrast. Jen says, glad I'm not the only one feeling the pressure. 16 penguins and counting. I think we're nearly there. I'm going to just put a little bit more navy on this just to darken it up a bit. And then we'll start to assemble. I'm going to keep the backgrounds. I'm not going to add too many like labels or layers. I don't think I am. not the plan in my head. So maybe. Okay, so we're going to get our Wink of Stella and splatter the whole lot. I know, ambitious. I think ambitious with 3 curl fronts. Ooh. Right. 3 in one go. Right. Wink of Stella. Get our Wink of Stella going. I'll get that coming down into there. I'm going to take my foam folder and give that a tap over the card. Sorry if that's clattering in your ear on the microphone. Sparkly, sparkly. And then I'm going to use some water maybe as well, just to pick up some drops. And them out the way. So water, and then the same. Because it's water, it doesn't matter where it's going at this point. You're good. And the more that you have put your ink around the edge, the more that this will like bleach back out, I suppose. Lift, bleach, have you? Love that effect. There you go. So how much can you see that on camera? I'm not sure. Can you see the white spots on there? I'm not sure if I can see it picking up. I think you can. I'm hoping you can see that okay. But yeah, it's it will dry and then just lift that ink away. So they've all got that kind of ink effect. The other thing that you can splatter on there is white. I'm not going to, I don't think. Shall I? I do have, I'm gonna use, actually, because it will dry fast, I do have, it's not our white craft ink because that takes ages to dry. I'm going to use this, which is a white paint, because I know that it will dry fast. Whereas if I use our craft, I'm going to be here all for days. Andy says, book for Saturday or watch the replay and make projects. If I knew, yeah, I know, because it'll get to the end and then you'll think, oh, all done, and then off you go, and you'll, yeah, forget. Oh, that's a bit wet, but never mind. Right. Snow on all three. Love it. I'm such an enabler. If anyone is looking for this, it's not a Stampin' Up product, but it dries fast. It does. There's all sorts of brands, but it's that gouache. I think that's how you pronounce it. I probably pronounced it really wrong, but anyway, it's a white and it just dries really fast. So it's water based. and it dries fast. So yeah, I'll give it a heat, but I'm not worried about splodging it. If you heat it with the gun, it will go into the paper a bit more. If you leave it to dry, the white will stay a little bit more vibrant. But yeah, splashes. Right, let's bring in a little bit of this paper as well. So this is the golden greenery paper. So we've got this. I'm going to keep these fairly, what's the word? Like, I say simple. But I wasn't going to add lots and lots of layers. I'm going to keep them all fairly might not need that bird. See, I might even keep that for that bird. For another card. And then we can have some of this greenery. I don't know where to even cut into this paper. This has got some gold on it as well. So this paper. So there are dies for this. So if I grab, oh, do you know what? I'm gonna. I fuzzy cut the whole paper of that and then realised there was dies to match. Yes, there are dies for this. Oh, there we go. I will fussy cut this one because I've started, but I will grab my die and show you. And because you're in and out of the pine needles, I feel like it's probably, if you didn't have the dies, then you could definitely fussy cut the paper. But if you've got the dies, it's worth using them because it gives you all the wibbly edges without having to go in and out like that. Have some extra gold. Love that. Love that. Sue says using the dies. Of course. Of course, of course. Right, let's see. Mini cut and emboss back out. Put the ink out of the way. So can we get both dies on together? That is the question. I think you can. Maybe, maybe not. No, I'm going to do one so that it doesn't. You don't want the dies to clash together. I could cut the paper apart and then I'd be able to run them together. And this one. So as quick as I can fussy cut, these dies are definitely quicker. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Love that gold. I wonder if we can. Do we need to use? We could maybe. No, I'll just use one and I'll keep the other one for another card. And I'll come back with a sentiment for that one. And then on the navy, could blue, that fit through. Good. So this greenery, this golden greenery, is what I'm going to be using for my winter retreat. So kits are closed for in person and for online, but you can still join online only without a kit. So if you would like to join, it's not just cards, there's going to be other projects as well, so I'm very excited. Lots of fun projects to share. The online version is on a Saturday and a Sunday evening, so that week I won't be live. Early November, and it's from 7:30 till 10 o'clock ish. Sometimes we overrun a little, but there is lots and lots of crafting and lots of projects. So let's do. So I'm excited too, very excited for the retreat. Okay. I should have cut this in navy, if I'm honest. I don't know why I cut it in the blue. It's because it was on my desk. Okay. Now, I know the gold, there's no controlling me tonight, because I know the gold foil has left us, but it's not left my craft room. So I could put a little bit of gold foil on this. Be pretty, wouldn't it? Or I could just leave it with the navy and the shadow navy. I just thought it looked really. Maybe I'll just leave it as the navy. Oh, Karen, I can't wait to see you. It's going to be so good. This one looks a little bit bare, but I'm okay with that. I think we'll just do like we'll figure that out with the sentiment. Okay, sentiments. Let's do white heat embossing on black. Shall we do I've got Greetings of the Season out. It's whether we go scripty. I think I'm going to go quite plain. Let's do plain, and then we can do all of them at once. Let me grab some black. We will. I'm all about the food, so I'm such a feeder anyway. I love feeding people. I love sorting out food stuff. So my mum has to rein me back she's like, you know, we need to have time to craft as well as eat. And I'm like, I know, but I'm very concerned about the food being good. Right, shall we have, what sentiments have we got? We have got Merry Christmas. These are the ones here. So we've got, love this one. It's the most wonderful time of the year. But it's a bit big for what we've got. So to you and yours, I quite like that one. Mandy said made 2 of the fun fold reindeer cards. Oh, I'm really pleased. That's great to hear. Let's do Christmas, happy, and we'll do a merry as well. Let's do that. That was a to go by you have a feast. I know. We had cakes galore on Thursday. We had ginger sponge. We had my mum's like Viennese biscuits, whatever that melting moments they're called. Apple cake, and then Lucia brought along Tim Tams as well. So there was a whole feast. A feast. My mum comes around and cleans my house instead of craft. I mean, you know, it's not too bad, but no, it is lovely. It is lovely to be able to craft together. She's not long had her craft room redone, and I haven't been round there, but I feel like now it's redone, it would definitely suit 2 of us to craft together. Right. I need another Christmas actually. Let me do this first. You end up cleaning your mum's. I like cleaning. I just don't have time for it. It's quite therapeutic. When I get into cleaning, I do find it quite therapeutic. Yeah. So it has definitely begun. We're in full retreat swing. My dining room table is absolutely covered. It's a good job the camera is pointing in the direction it's pointing in. So all good fun. I was unraveling reels of ribbon this afternoon. So all good fun. Okay, so we've got a selection of sentiments, and we can snip them out. So I've got Christmas, happy, and we'll do a merry. Kayla says she's having a craft room makeover soon. I can't wait, just having to tie it in with a trip to mainland Australia to do the craft room shopping from a certain supermarket by chance. Oh, how fun. Love a craft room sort out. Craft room makeover. Sounds amazing. Amazing. The disruption and chaos will be worth it because it'll be beautiful in the end. But it's the sorting out, isn't it? But it will be worth it. I love changing when I've been in here for a long time, but I had the cube units, the deeper cube units in here, and I swapped them out for these Billy cases. They're not called Billy now, but you know, the IKEA ones that are the thinner. I think they've got a different name. Anyway, I got the same amount of stuff in them, and they're much thinner, like as in they give me more floor space in my room. So yeah, I was very happy when I swapped them over. It's made a big difference. And then I've got at the other end of my room, you can, like the cupboards you can see are all kitchen cupboards. So it just gives me a good amount of depth and space. So the kitchen cupboards have got like pull out drawers and stuff. So, don't have any shops here on the island, tying it in with an excuse to visit some. Oh yeah, puppies and Stamping Up Friends. I mean, what is not to love? Yeah, the grey cupboards. So those ones are kitchen. They're kitchen units. So they're full depth, 600 at the base, and then 40 deep at the top. But the base ones mean the kitchen have got like pull-out drawers, like you'd have like a pantry. So it means everything in it can come all the way out. So where I've got my punches to the back of the cupboard, you can pull them all the way out and see them. So I love that about mine. It's yeah, and I've got a full workspace bench for chopping and stuff like that. Right. Merry Christmas. Where are we going to do? To you, or maybe that could be the to you and yours. To you and yours, like that. And then happy Merry Christmas. I need the other Christmas. Thank you. I've been asked for a tour, but honestly, my room is deceptively, like, you might think, oh, I must move it. Like, literally what you can see is it. It's not as big as you think it might be. But I could do a little walkthrough at some point and share with you all where I store my stuff. But I am pretty ruthless when it comes to my crafting stuff. I don't hang on to loads. Right. Let me. Thank you, Mandy. Glue. Everything's kind of within arm's reach as well. So like my tools and my twine, obviously, and my gems. Essential crafting is all within arm's reach. A little bit of glue and then dimensionals. And then we can put dimensionals on here. I have got my black dimensionals, I think. Oh, are they? Yeah. Don't use these very often, but good for darker sentiments. So I've got black. Should use them really. Dimensionals. Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas. Let's do. I love that this foliage has got the gold on it already. It makes me happy that it's got gold foiling on it. Whoop. No. And the birdies. Did you see some new gold thread on the online exclusive previews? Did you? Yes, you did. Did it make it into my basket, Sue? Yes, it did. Will it be here tomorrow? Yes, it will. How many could I buy? 2. Have I bought 2? Yes, I did. I was very excited. Very excited to see some gold thread back. I was happy lady. I've been hanging on to my previous gold thread, working my way through it, and it's only a little bit left, and so yes, of course it jumped in. Oh yes, essential crafting item along with linen thread. So yeah. And I wasn't even worried that there wasn't a silver one. I mean, the fact you can buy it on its own as well, like you don't have to get the silver with it. I'm very happy. Happy Christmas. And then, oh, look, if I had that, I wonder if I could use that extra package. Look, does it need two? Stop trying to put two bits on a card, Emma. Right, let's do. That is fine as it is. Simple. Simple. Nobody here is surprised. I know. Shock horror. Emma bought some gold twine. Who would have thought it? Kayla, I'm pleased to hear it. Made it into my cart too. Very pleased to hear that. As it should. One for using and one as backup. So then when that runs out, you can replace it. To you and yours. Right, let's find our sparkly dots and some cardstock to put this onto. I'm going to go with darker card bases than I went with front. So we've got boho on that one. We've got Old Olive and we've got Poppy Parade. But I'm going to go Cherry Cobbler, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy. But let me just grab some sparkles. Are the druzy dots too big? I mean, I could use the silver ones. I've been needing a use. We need to buy it so Stamping see it needs. It's a permanent item. It absolutely is. It's essential along with white cardstock and gold twine. Gold thread. It should be always available. Absolutely. Navy and mossy. So we've got the darker cardstock and navy. See, I could have been really ambitious, couldn't I? And I could have done 6 cards because I would have had the bases from. I know, I should crack out my. I'm actually using my silver. I know. I need to. I've got a run on it, but too many. I think silver will go with each of these. Pretty. So we could stick these on flat, or we could pop it up on dimensionals, but I think I'll go flat. And get kind of goes with the white splatters, doesn't it? So we can have some silver sparkles. Just tuck them around the sentiments. And the white for inside. I chopped up a whole pack of white for card fronts not really that long ago, and I've gone through all of it. So I need to do the same again. Oh, hi Keston, how are you? Hope you are good. Right, let's put white in there. This is where we could stamp that nicer sentiment, couldn't we? It's the most wonderful time of the year. And then also, may your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. I love that. I've made a ton of cards. I know. It's been a busy evening. There we go. That one. Let's do spare. And go in there. And that is the navy one. And let's get our silver. Silver goes nicely with the navy. We can have silver sparkles on there. And then morning. Vicky is just up in Australia. And the font is gorgeous on this one, isn't it? I bought both. There was a Christmas one and then the birthday, kind of the general birthday kind of greeting type one. And it's a gorgeous font. Really, really lovely. And I like that you've got these plain fonts in there as well. And then you've got the busier fonts as well. Silver. Let's find those. These druzy dots. Even though we've got, we're going to mix the sparkles. Squeeze that one there. There we go. Done. 3 cards. Ta-da! Slightly ambitious, but we've made it in about the normal time. So what's it? 10 to 10. Not too bad. There we go. A messy grid sheet. There we go. And we've got a final penguin count for those who've been on Penguin Watch. 52. Final fussy cutting count of 52. Jen's been fussy cutting penguins while we've made the cards. So that is pretty impressive as well. There you go. 3 cards for you. Same kind of layout, different colours, all using the birds. So it's a gorgeous, gorgeous stamp set, this one. Really love it. So you've got your navy, the red, and I think I probably will. This is the kind of card where I think I'll make another 3 of however many of these, because I can batch make them, although they take a little bit of time. They're I've got my card bases, so I've got to start of a 10. Oh, thanks, Jen. Thank you, Gillian. Thanks, Melissa. Jackie says they're so pretty. Thank you, Mary. I love the blending. If you haven't had a go, the blending is a lot of fun. And if you've just cardstock with the blending and then just splatter some water, you don't have to have the white on as well, but the water and the wink of Stella, and you get that beautiful starry background. Kayla, you just have to let me know a colour. She says you know my address. Green, red or blue? I feel like you're more of a blue girl. Right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful week, whatever you are up to. I will be back next weekend. And for those I'm seeing at Cardinal Cuppa on Friday, I'll see you there. And for those at my sled class, the sophisticated sled class is Saturday the 12th. So I will see you then. Have a lovely week, and I will see you next Sunday. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.